Okay, so welcome to my mind map. This is how I visualized media convergence, specifically looking at Jenkins' breakdown of the five contributing processes. This mind map represents both the interdisciplinary and multimodal aspects of media convergence. So as you can see here, there are some general themes. My first thought was to create a mind map that demonstrated how convergence is an ongoing process. So this can be depicted by the arrows moving from one layer to another here. There's also various intersections of convergence, and these intersections are demonstrated here by the black dots. Finally, it's clear with the readings and through learning that convergence is not linear, and there is no end result to this process, which should also be highlighted in this mind map. As you can see here, media convergence is influenced by technology, by industry, by content, and by audiences. However, media convergence does not stand alone. It is influenced and influences five other levels of convergence. Those include technological convergence, social convergence, cultural convergence, global convergence, and economic convergence. These processes persist as layers, as highlighted in this diagram, and these layers are connected by their content, technology, industry, and the individual audience. To provide an example of technological convergence, let's look at the everyday smartphone. The smartphone allows us to manage and transmit information. It impacts media convergence, but is also impacted by social convergence or the user and the culture or how stories flow across several kinds of media. This information can be transmitted internationally, resulting in global convergence. And now let's look at economic convergence. So Jenkins describes economic convergence as a horizontal process. So you can see here that economic convergence is depicted linearly because of that. So another example, let's look at Apple. That would be an example of economic convergence as they control interest in film, TV, music, and also multiple technologies. Jenkins also discusses how new tools are continually being developed to manage, transmit, and integrate information across channels. To use an example from this term, let's look at Slack. So Slack is a program that I, the audience member, use for both school and work, highlighting social convergence. This program allowed me to communicate with fellow students, other audiences, share documents, content, and connect using the huddle feature. Throughout the term, Slack would frequently prompt me to see if I wanted to integrate other programs that I was using, such as Miro or Figma. This example highlights the aforementioned constant connectivity and proliferation of channels. So, in summary, this mind map illustrates the connection of an individual to the world as a whole through various forms of convergence, one in which we can communicate, collaborate, access information at any time and anywhere.